Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. With me, Matt. We now have the final game of the Dune tournament. Well, not technically the final, but the final team game. We now have the two final teams in the final game, I believe. We're sending the allies now. We have Smokey as the United States. And arranged Calm is ready to get with Tank Destroyer Regiment for the United States. We're sending the Germans today. We have Muru as the Waffen-SS. Nalokan also as the Waffen-SS. Need I pick the commander yet? Oh, never mind. Muru has gone for Panzer. You can see this turn out. It looks like they're mirroring each other somewhat then. They just picked the commanders way earlier. Oh, looks like Smokey has gone for Ranger because that was 10th Mountain something. Yeah, that's the Ranger company. That's cool. We rarely get to see the US Army Rangers. You can see how this turns out. Mattcasting is quickly moving around with their troops. Also sees here that someone was clearing out terrain. Hit explosion sometimes. The videos have got a good oversight cover here. Really putting shots down on these American riflemen. Yes, I'm not trying to get into this structure to be a flanking position though. There'll be more American riflemen arriving on the flank. Just the basic starting happening at the moment. Nothing too unusual. Just deciding what to do next. Yeah, getting some more Storm Grenadiers out. Still a command chest here from Alucard. Never mind, they just picked Folkestone. Propaganda. So we're gonna see Folkestone on the field shortly. So first SS and third SS. This should be interesting, rather just both being Panzer. American riflemen getting up close here. They're in a position to throw a grenade, but they're not doing it yet. Probably because they're going in for a flank there, but that's a lot of rifles pointing their way. That's not going to work out for them. Germans are pretty accurate with their Kar-98s after all. Americans also sitting at tuning up the pier here. There's more troops from the third SS arriving, alongside a squad of Folkestone. I imagine MG08. Yeah, you're also going to see an MG08. Okay. Bring out all the old stuff here to help hold the line. They'll give the Germans a little bit more of a field presence to have access to the Folkestone. Something they normally don't have access to. Maybe a little bit of lag here. My apologies. Ooh, these American riflemen out in the open are not gonna last long. Get back behind cover. We have a further caliber arriving here for the US Army Rangers. The pier is now in the hands of the Americans. Some Grenadiers, however, continue to be a threat in the area. And the Germans also keep advancing up on the victory point over here. Being somewhat aggressive. The American 30 caliber is going to be arriving soon. Also have a cool Wagner MG42 arriving. Let's go try and chase down that re-echelon. They're a pain, they have to get out there. More Americans are arriving. Critical arrives just as the MG34 arrives. Ironside going to have the edge here, I think. Especially because machine guns out do not hit each other at the moment. Oh, Storm Grenadiers go down. That's a big loss early on, though. Oh, marksman rifle here for the American rifleman. Unique to them if you're playing as Ranger. Now there's an MG08 in here. And then again, it's only an MG08. But it's still a machine gun. Even if it's old. Like, I would never say a machine gun is a bad weapon. Even if it's an old weapon. Because machine guns are machine guns. If you're going to fire bullets at the enemy really, really fast, you're definitely going to be able to do something. Well, the Germans have secured the story over here, but the Americans are still around in the area. And if you're up back here on the fuel point, the Americans have no real position at the moment to work with. And just too much machine gun fire. And Germans are clearing up more of the side blockers, very good. But the Germans do a full retreat. That wise, I wonder. Americans are sneaking around here with March fire on. The Germans did lose a lot of units there, pulling back to a more defensible location. NG8 is still around. Americans able to get to the victory point, but the Kugelwagen remains a little bit of a danger. Just harassing. Getting a few kills with his MG42 on top. But I think it only has 15 rounds per magazine, so it has to reload fairly frequently. More Hitler Youth arriving to show up the front line. Especially the Storm Grenadiers are dead.
Knock it off and listen up.
Folkestone Hill still holding up in the center here, but they need some more replenishment. There's not a lot of them left. The caliber quickly trying to relocate here. Trying to get over here, I imagine. Indeed they are. Pretty decent position. We also have a 30 caliber over here for the United States. Keep an eye on the pier.
Alright, you dopes, listen up.
Looks like we'll have a little bit of a silence before the storm happening now. Neither side is quite sure how to advance. Neither side is losing victory points either. As neither side has taken the center one. Just nice and quiet now. With a 57mm 80 gun being pulled up by the Americans, preparing. Waiting for whatever might come next. So German's gonna pro for the center though. Try and get the victory points rolling. We have a 4 HQ set up here back in the base for the Germans. They're being a little bit smarter, not just sending them a little bit too far out. Realizing it could be risky to do. Yes, minefield could have been laid in the center now, realizing that there's no contest here. The Americans are quickly sending troops. They'll run straight into an S minefield if they try. And now the Americans know there's an S minefield there. No need to take unnecessary risks. We need to get a re-echelon with a minesweeper over there. But it says try to advance over here, but the 30 caliber is so far keeping them at bay. Might not for long though, there's only 2 members left. Marksman's doing his best though. Looks like the MDO8 is getting up inside the building again. The Folkestone are really sending a lot of people into die into this structure, aren't they? Some grenadiers are moving up here, they're gonna toss a grenade. So far they aren't. There they go. I just didn't see it. Playing at the machine gun. And it's not the best at suppressing, but it is doing its job now. There's an MG42 here, the Storm Grenadiers laying down some more suppressor fire. Not looking good. And BAR armed riflemen also trying to get around. And the Americans are suffering some losses here. Another grenade being tossed into the building. There's the Ordenssturmführer as well, close to the front line overseeing. And participating in the firefights. Artillery calling in the American position over here. Followed by the other Ordenssturmführer, followed by an assault by the German infantry. The Americans do have a machine gun prepared. We need to take out that Kugelwagen. Recon team does get killed. Hitler Youth has been suppressed. MG34 tries to sit up here. It's been suppressed under fire. It's been pinned. There's just too much American firepower now. All the BARs just laying down too much fire. They're alongside the M1 Garands. Like they even killed the entire team off. Another machine gun and MG42 is behind them. The Americans need to stay smart, not advance. They're gonna get it. Yeah, they will go straight into the MG42. And immediately that suppresses them. The Germans are in a prepared position with a machine gun. They can do a lot of work. More artillery being called in. We have a Greyhound coming out soon. Kugelwagen gets taken out finally. 4 German artillery kills off one of the squads.
Lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out. Squad!
Watch terrain clearing. And neither side is still losing victory points. Infuriate is having a long firefight with the BAR armed riflemen. Americans actually trying to turn this into a Fort HQ. I guess the fight is working out for them. A smoke barrage going into the center actually. The Germans are going to try and take it. Infuriate has been forced off. And more Sturm Grenadiers are advancing. Armored MG42s. They're probably not good to be in a minefield with S-mines when the grenades are being tossed on it. Cause a lot of issues. Greyhound is on the field here, trying to do its best. It's getting improved side skirts, which will improve its armor fairly dramatically, I think. But so far no luck to breach these sandbags. You have a command tank F1 arriving. Panzer IV F1. Don't think the Greyhound's improved armor will protect it there, but it is able to survive. So it can back off. American Further Color's in trouble now. There's too much firepower coming its way for that structure. Further Color does successfully get out of the structure. Still neither side able to take the center point. Greyhound slowly receiving the repairs it deserves. But brave action. Very rare I get to see a Greyhound, so I always appreciate seeing the light vehicles that rarely get showcased. Nice to see them. You have an American lieutenant here from the Rangers. Everyone trying to push up here. I think the AT gun can. No, we cannot see it. Artillery barrage being prepared. Also, Fuhrer coming up behind. AT gun is trying to get tech shots there. Double barrage is being called in here. Critical has to get out of there. The Fuhrer carrier moving up just as another artillery barrage is being called in. Oh, that's not going to be good for the Americans. Oh, right on the AT gun too. That's a lot of American riflemen though. Lots of American riflemen coming up here. You almost think they were Soviets with how many of them there are. Oh, the HQ over here got denied to the Americans. It's set ablaze. F1 command tank probably should back off. And the tank rifle grenades are actually able to pierce it somehow. Ooh, when the 57 even hits it, it has to completely back off at this point. MG 42 I set up inside the structure. I think that's an MG. Isn't it 42? Barely got time to see it, but I think it's a 42. Sound like one. Yeah, it's the 42. The 34 is over here. And you can also see it's a 42 now because of how rectangular the barrel is. The MG44's barrel is a lot more circular. The Americans are too close now. It's gonna be a dead MG42. He did manage to kill off one of the squads though. You know, this building's about to be completely burned down.
Listen up, fellas. They got a
8 is still being an issue over here. Next to another burning building. Well, Folkstim are rhyming. Now it's a Folkstim with a Panzerjäger outfit. So, well, not outfit, but attachments. So essentially they can get weapon steal the tanks and vehicles. Or they're being equipped with a Panzerbüchse and some Gewaltladungs. And they can sneak. American medic team around to the front line.
Awaiting orders.
Greyhound is also around. There's a pack fort nearby though. Greystone quickly being pinned down. Greyhound has to back up. Just want to be hit by a pack. Ooh, still got hit there, but the improved armor really does help protect it. What's it been calling here? Now the American position again. Forcing to move a little bit further back. So we're also going into the center here. Might be a more smoke. Pretty caliber now on the fire here. There's too much fire coming their way at the moment. Being completely suppressed. The smoke rate is uncovered, I think. It is. More smoke rate, we also have grease guns. Actually, that was a normal grade, my bad. Oh, that's gonna be a killing field. Oh god. That was a massacre trying to get through there. His fighting position's not gonna be able to hold on for long. He's gonna lose his gunner here soon. There it goes. More fighting going on here, the rest of the refinery area. So you have lots more Americans arriving. Shermans all starting to arrive now for the United States. E2 Shermans. The Storm Grenadiers are doing a good job holding here. Actually, that's not Storm Grenadiers, that's Panzer Grenadiers. They're been equipped with an MG42, which is actually a really good call, I think. As MG42s and the Panzer Grenadiers is so underutilized. Like, having an LMG on a German squad really improves their firepower tremendously. Because they're supposed to have a lot of machine guns. That's kind of the point of the German infantry unit. Panzer IV J here moving up now, being upgraded with an MG42 on top. Supporting a squad of Hitler Youth. Or rather, the Hitler Youth are supporting it. Oh, mortar hit straight on and it damages the Hitler Youth for some shrapnel, but doesn't kill any models. It weakens them a lot. Probably also shakes them up a fair bit. Panzer is moving out in the open. Panzer Sturmheim is moving up behind them as well. But the Panzer is out in the open, getting mowed down. Panzer IV leads on. Half Sturmführer as well. Greyhound force back again. Hits to go down the open is being suppressed. Fails to penetrate, but the Americans have the upper hand infantry-wise. Oh, and the Hauptsturmführer is just getting mowed down. There he goes. The Allies are losing victory points, but apart from that, they're still holding on pretty damn well. Oh, look at all this shit. Oh god, is Smoke just gonna overrun them with Shermans on one flank? And Germans have repaired all the defenses here, but not a lot of mines. You also have a mechanized unit of US Army Rangers coming in. They're gonna go for the center. There's a Volkssturm squad hiding around here. Where are they going with all these Shermans? Regardless of it, that's going to be a lot of machine guns and cannons. I don't think the Germans are prepared for all this. We'll need to see what happens from this. This could be quite a big push. Especially with a squad of US Army Rangers to support it. Or they're going to drive through the industrial area. There is a Panther strike around. Greyhound is going to scout ahead. There's a Panzer IV J still. Sherman's advancing. Panzer hits one. That's one Sherman down. Getting too close. They're getting Panzer faster than other things. Rangers need to deploy. Rangers need to deploy. They're still doing decently in there despite it. Panzerjäger's down here, being pinned because they're only Volkssturm. Allies are still so far doing a pretty good job assaulting here. It's costly, but it's supposed to be costly sometimes to push. Germans are still overrun this Panzer IV J. The mechanized Rangers just keep advancing as well. Allies breaking through here. Panzer IV is holding up. Man, that Panzer IV has just hold up, but the Germans have lost a lot of units.
Resource sector has been cut off from our supply chain.
But the Allies managed to grab a lot of points here. Mechanized Rangers is still around as well.
Looks like we're getting
We've got some repairs going on for the Sherman tank here. Panzer IV pulling back, definitely needs some repairs after all this. But the Allies have definitely taken quite a bit of territory now to get some more resources. We do have a Panzerwerfer. Unexpected, but cool to see. Greyhound is all still alive. More Rangers are being called in as well, I believe. Yep, we have more US Army Rangers. Pretty damn good infantry, some of the best you can get as the United States, I believe. What are the Americans gonna do next, I wonder?
suppressive fire.
MQ8 is still being in trouble here. And the Allies still losing victory point-wise, but I think they did a lot of damage here to Muro. Panzer putting fire probably around here. Nah, did something. Sherman is still operational over here. Panzer IV is going to move in for the kill. Misses. Panzer Grenadiers to support the Panzer IV, good to see. We have a Panther tank coming up behind us too. That'll certainly help. Well, Bliss was trying to scavenge here, but that did not really work out by the looks of it. Oh, Sherman takes out the Panzer IV!
Light vehicle destroyed.
Americans are trying to go for the center, but it's too well fortified. And the Stranger has to back out if he can. Be too late. Never mind. Looks like he makes it. That's pretty good. You don't want to lose a Ranger squad after all. They're costly. Greyhound trying to test over here again. Being a cheeky little thing. But Packet A is able to hit it. It's going to force to back off again. Having an increased armor on the Greyhound really improves the survivability. Still have been calling here by the US Lieutenant. Looks like it might be Willie Pete. I'm not sure.
Losing a capture point.
No, it's just normal barrage. At least I think so. But there's still an NG8 over here. Yeah, it's just normal barrage. Causes some gravity issues, as we can clearly see. I guess it's the experimental black hole of gravity shells, I guess. Something like that. But that looks really weird when that happens. That's just a thing with the physics engine, I believe. Panthers are pushing up here, which the Allies don't really have an easy answer to, except they're gonna turn up the main gun in one shot. That's gonna buy the Allies some time. And that's actually gonna buy them a lot of time. Well, Panzer Grenadiers did manage to get into a decent position for a while. Still too many BARs pointing at them though, and their cover doesn't protect them from this angle. I don't think the Sherman can get up to the Panther in time. Yeah, the Panther's already backed off. And neither side is just able to advance at the moment. I wonder what's gonna happen to turn this around. Panzerwerfer is fine though. Rockets around here. Panther's ready again. It's gonna go in for the kill. Ooh, that's not good for the Sherman. Manages to hide behind this large silo. but they're about to flank it. The Sherman will be able to back off though. There's a lot of fighting on this flank. It's just been kind of quiet over here. Neither side wanted to commit, but we do have a Tiger Ace coming in now. You need some propaganda tactics when you get high enough up in your command points. Will certainly be a problem now for the allies. The Tiger Ace, if utilized correctly, can do a lot of work. It doesn't have a machine gun on top though, so it's not as good against infantry. Does compensate with that by having access to a high explosive incendiary around, however. But it's fairly accurate with. Also, the Tiger Ace barely needs spotting. It's pretty good at spotting stuff on its own. Because the Panther's gonna play support and escort for the Tiger Ace. They're actually doing the Blitzkrieg. That's dead ground. Because the Tiger Ace is really damn accurate. As you would expect, it's a Tiger Ace team. A Tiger Ace crew. Hanscom is advancing. Do the allies have anything to stop this? We do have bazookas on the flank through the ranges, but we need to be in the right positions. Hanscom is sitting inside the structures here, but grenades are being tossed. Explosive incendiary loaded here by the Tiger. Hits the structure though. I'm not sure a heavy tank died yet, but something did die. It's just there's some weird sound things when you use modern units, I believe. Artillery going in on the American position here, pulled in by the Untersturmführer. Just a normal 75mm. But the allies need to get some more vehicles out, I think. The Americans waiting for waiting up for the Jumbo? Ranger does get access to a Jumbo Sherman, which is like a heavily armored Sherman. I think it's the most heavily armored vehicle the United States can get. That's a little bit ridiculous when it's added. Let's see, we have the 5th Battalion Rangers moving up. See, bazooka's not gonna hit here, I reckon. Nope, it misses. Panther's ready to move here. We do have a second Panther on the field. We do see the Americans getting at Jackson now. The German heavy tanks, well, not really heavy tanks. The Panther's actually a medium tank, but the German tank numbers might be high enough to be able to just assault forward and take care of Jackson. With the Panzerwerfer supporting. Panzerwerfer's doing a lot of good work here, just causing damage. But the... indeed, we're going to see the Jumbo. The E2 Sherman, the Jumbo. Panther tanks are on the move. They're going to work together as a pair. Generally a good thing to see. Well, unless you're on the other side of it. Then it's a very bad thing to see. Because Panthers are really good tanks. Probably one of the best tanks in the game. By a long shot. Yes, very costly, obviously, which they should be. That's how good they are. The Jackson has arrived, though. We'll see if they can do anything. You have a second Panzerwerfer as well, so the Germans are going for a lot of rocket artillery. Supplement their armor's push. Germans is in trouble. And rockets coming in, they might hit the Jackson. So far not, but the Jackson's a little bit too far forward. Doesn't penetrate. Jumbo has arrived though and is quickly trying to get to the front line. Looks like some Rangers are sneaking around doing a half track. Oh, there was a mine. Very smart, the Germans had a little mine there. This was kind of to be expected. Jackson got hit, it has to pull back for repairs. Bazooka's meant to penetrate the panther though.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
Artillery going into the center too.
Listen up. He's done. Promotion's in.
And just a lot of action going on here. I guess no artillery after all, I guess got cancelled. Jumbo's right at the front line, but even the Jumbo's gonna have issues against the Tiger race. I can like pinpoint the exact weak spots on the Jumbo's armor. The Jumbo's frontal armor is pretty damn good. Two Rangers are meant to get behind the German lines. Oh, let's see how long they'll survive though. They took on a pack. And I feel these Storm Pioneers will take them out. Did do some damage. Tiger is in the center. Taking out that fighting position. Rangers in the move alongside the Jumbo. Need to be cautious how they move though. Blindly rushing in like that could easily be a recipe for death. We also the Fox 2 and Panzerjägers could assault the Jumbo with a Panzerfaust assault. And I think that's what's gonna happen. Too late now. They're just gonna be patient. No, the Americans are still causing issues with their BARs here. Actually, veterans in 5 riflemen. That's a pretty good squad. Most of it now arriving here for the Germans as well. They'll deal with infantry formations and air. The Flak 36 is doing its best here. The 3.7. But the Jackson can move to intercept it. But the Tiger Ace is waiting for that, I think. Also, it might be used as bait. Yeah, I think the Ostwind is being used as bait. And now the Panthers are going to rush forwards. Blitzkrieging. Got the gunner there. The Ostwind will just finish off any infantry. Artillery going into the center here. There's the Jumbo, it's over here. Lots of smoke, which is going to allow the Germans to secure the points. Panthers are advancing up here. Picking up the AT gun. Now the Germans are just being aggressive. They need to capitalize on the fact that Jackson is down. Well, it has no gun at the moment. There's also lack of American bazooka teams. Panzerwerfer opening fire again. You can hear it raining. It's gonna hit though. Around here. Oh, took out the repair station. And German tanks keep advancing. The Americans in the center cannot really move through this, I think. Jackson down. Hammer's just laying down a lot of fire now. Americans in full retreat. Hammer's gonna mow them down and retreat though. Oh yeah, I don't think the Allies can stop this. Arranged Karma just lost everything in a short amount of time. Jumbo's quickly trying to relocate, but it's very slow for a Sherman. The Tiger is now gonna assault with the 3rd SS. Jumbo needs to be very cautious here. He's dealing with a lot of vehicles that could actually fight it. Especially if it gets close like that. Oh god, they're moving too close. Oh, and that's the Jackson down. Jumbo needs to be cautious here. I'm penetrated Panzerfaust on it too. There it goes. And I believe that's gonna be the end of it soon. Yep. So, yeah, this means Muro and Alucard won the 2v2 tournament. There's still one big game left. Because after this, Muro and Alucard are gonna do a 1v1 against each other. I'll see you in that, everyone. Bye bye.